If you're anything like me, a few times a year you'll get the thought, what happened to Haunted Chocolatier? If you don't know, Haunted Chocolatier is the next game being developed by the creator of Stardew Valley, Eric Barone. And since its announcement 3 years ago, there really hasn't been a lot to talk about. We've had screenshots and a couple of references here and there, but really things have been mostly silent, and that makes a lot of sense. Since the announcement, we've had Stardew Valley 1.6, which turned out to be a lot larger than was first expected. And if you're a console or mobile player, you'll know that since the update, it's also taken a good chunk of time to get it ported over to other systems as well. But now that that's out the way, we got a brand new blog post on the Haunted Chocolatier website, which hasn't been updated in about 3 years. And so today, I want to go over that blog post and answer my own question: what happened to Haunted Chocolatier? So, to begin then, on December 4th, ConcernedApe wrote, "As you may already know, I haven't been able to work on Haunted Chocolatier in a while. This is because I started working on new stuff for the Stardew Valley 1.6 update, and even after 1.6 came out on PC, I've been heavily involved with bug fixing, porting, and more. It's been a little sad to see Haunted Chocolatier getting dusty on the shelf, but this is the reality of my situation. Stardew Valley is a big and popular game, and I have a lot of attachment to it. I also feel a strong sense of duty and obligation to all those people who have bought Stardew Valley over the years, granting me this rare opportunity to be an indie game developer. So it's hard to let go of Stardew, even temporarily, to work on something that isn't already established and meaningful to people. However, I also have a strong desire to make more games. I like making games, and I have a lot more that I want to share with Haunted Chocolatier and beyond. And even though Haunted Chocolatier has only been revealed publicly to a tiny degree in my own private world, it's a special place, and I'm very attached to the characters, themes, and ideas. Also, I've already done a ton of work on the game. Before I took this break for Stardew 1.6, I'd created a vertical slice of Haunted Chocolatier, essentially a skeleton of the game with most, not all, of its bones in place. My next task will be to finish the existing bones until I'm happy with them, add all of the rest of the bones, and then flesh it out with all the content that will need to be in the game. Yes, it's going to be a lot of work still, but it's okay. I'm addicted to the grind. Haunted Chocolatier is being developed in the same way as Stardew Valley was. I'm coding it mostly from scratch in C#, and I'm working solo in all areas. Why? It's what I'm comfortable with. It's what I enjoy. And it worked well for Stardew Valley. I may get some help with some technical things later on, but I want the game to be essentially complete before I think about anything like that. I'll be very happy when the day comes that I can finally release Haunted Chocolatier. However, as with Stardew Valley, I will not be doing any early access, crowdfunding, or pre-orders, so I don't feel a ton of external pressure to finish the game on a timeline. As development continues, I may want to post about it and share things with you, but if I don't post for a while, it doesn't mean I've abandoned the game. Sometimes I feel like sharing things, and sometimes I don't. My preferred approach is to disappear and work in isolation, and only emerge when I have something complete and worthy, rather than share a bunch of stuff that is unfinished, and therefore not in accordance with the final version. But I know people are interested in the development of the game, so I will post some things. Know that the game will eventually be finished and come out. Also included in the blog post were a couple new screenshots of the game, which were very nice to see. This one in particular, very cozy. Love the atmosphere. As far as blog posts go, for me, this one was very satisfying because it essentially answered every question I had and also confirmed some of the assumptions I've also had about the game. I think the part that shocked me most was learning that Eric has already created a vertical slice because, to be honest, I didn't think it was that far along. I feel like the focus of this blog post trying to remove some of the pressure for updates about the game by just reassuring people that Eric does work in isolation. Sometimes he feels like sharing things, sometimes he doesn't feel like sharing things, but essentially saying that even when things are not being shared, it doesn't mean that development has paused. And to be honest, as a fan of ConcernedApe and a real admirer of his work, that is really all I needed to hear. Just another bit of confirmation that, hey, I work like this, but it doesn't mean I'm not working. I do think it's going to be a long time before we see this game, and it might even be a long time before we see another blog post. But honestly, I'm alright with that. If it takes 3 years to get a blog post like this that's incredibly transparent and very honest, I'll take it. And I'll take the game when it's ready. If we do get any more news in the future, I'll be sure to let you know. So get subscribed if you haven't already. But that's about it for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.